This is Sound Off 60.
I want to make sure that the best team is the champion.
Yeah.
I want to play,
and that's key.
If that tournament comes up with this is the best team, I'm for that.
Southwest Louisiana's premier sports talk television show.
With me?
Hey.
Without me? All
That
right.
might be the dumbest argument we've ever had.
You
I
are
like
the
the way he
most
does that.
idiotic imbecile if you thought that argument did not have merit. Look, did not.
All right,
McCarron.
So you're talking about my LSU quarterback?
Yeah.
What you put
With me? Without me?
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort. Here are the boys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
Everything you want to know about Super Bowl 48 and the pregame hype will be tonight and all week right here at
Yes.
Sound. Everything you want to know, right, gentlemen?
everything
We have every
Everything.
subplot covered, do we not?
except who's going to win.
Except who's going to win. That
gonna
may
win.
come later on in the show. We'll have a lot of fun with Super Bowl 48. We got a couple guests tonight. We're going to promo it right now. Cowgirls head basketball coach Brooke Donalds
Yes.
Williams will be here. It's her first appearance on the show
Yes,
for
of this year.
season, much like last week when we had Dave on.
Yes.
Now that it's gotten really super cold and there's no real football locally to talk
Right.
about, we're hot and heavy into basketball. Also, Eric Zartler from the Southwest Louisiana Tourism Board will be here to talk about all the local high school sports coming to Lake
Exactly.
Charles. This area's kind of turned into a mecca
Yeah.
for state
Yeah.
championships, and
That
they
was
want
a great
more.
deal for us to get that too here, Rick. And
They
let me-
want more.
And let me just say, Rick, to the people
They're
that's watching
greedy.
too. For those of you that haven't went out to actually Burton Coliseum recently, go by. It looks different. And being on the Calcasieu Parish
outside,
Police
it
Jury,
does.
we are responsible for that. So I want them to know that, we're trying to move things along
Good
here
inside plug there, man.
so that we can
We
let
might.
people know that we want to feature these type of events throughout the entire
And
year.
that's cool. That's cool. We're gonna let you get on your soapbox.
No,
Kendrick.
I'm just
Pound
saying.
your chest.
It's for
Pound
the
it.
people of Calcasieu Parish.
Pound it.
And
Can y'all hear me out there? He's pounding his chest. No. I think possibly, even though it's Super Bowl week,
Yeah.
we might have time at the end of the show to open up that little debate, that little Pandora's box
Ah.
of Burton versus on-campus
I
basketball
know,
facility.
Rick, but it's
we
not.
haven't really got into it.
No, we haven't. No, we haven't. We
And there are
started
a lot
talking
of
about it
people
one
that
time.
are
We
behind
have gotten
building.
it into.
Not as much as I think we should. Now, we were going to have McNeese Athletic Director Bruce Hemphill back.
Right,
And I
right.
warned him when he came back,
We
were
would
going
talk
to
about
open up
that.
that point of conversation. I don't know
I mean,
how
it's-
you
it's-
feel on it. I
it's-
don't remember. And
But-
we've never had
but-
enough time to get it. We
But
might
let me
do it
just say,
today.
but you know what? And that's true too. But can you look back, and Scooter might know a little bit better than I do. But
Don't give him credit. He
we're
might
in a
not
special
know.
situation, I guess, to have so many other facilities locally here and in town to where is it really something that they really need?
Maybe we'll talk about it.
Okay.
We got a lot to got a
Okay.
lot to talk about.
But that's
I'm
my
just
point.
saying.
That's all I wanted to
I'm
just-
just saying we might
Yeah.
do that. All right. Who's going to win Super Bowl 48, Hobbs? You have no clue, do you?
Denver.
I know.
Denver? Okay. Hang on to that.
Should I even say?
Hang on to that.
Should I even say?
No, I guess you shouldn't.
Okay.
But outside of, what do you, if you slice this arm, it's purple and gold. If you slice that arm, what is it?
Blue and orange.
Blue and orange?
Yes.
Where does that red and white from Lake Charles High School come in?
Oh, it's in the middle.
It's in the
You
middle
know, you put
somewhere.
those two together.
The colors merged? Was that the old color,
Yeah.
red and white?
Yeah.
And
Was
blue.
that it?
I think it is.
Red,
yeah.
white, and blue.
Yeah.
Oh, red, white,
Yeah.
and blue. That's
Red, white, and blue. Small high
all
school.
right. You know, guys, when we're talking about the Broncos and Seahawks,
Yeah.
it really, does it all go, to me, it kind of does. There are a lot of subplots, but
Yeah.
number one offense
Yeah.
versus number one
Number one
defense.
defense. Yeah, that's
I mean,
that's
this
kind of
could
how
be
it
a
should line up.
classic matchup.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what you look for.
Yeah. Top seeds in each conference.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You know why I think Broncos? And let me give you this caveat.
I'll give you
All
mine.
right.
I think Seattle will lead at the half.
Interesting.
But if you think back about Super Bowls, it seems like there's this feeling each other out and feeling
Yeah.
each other out, and there's not a whole lot of offense in
Right.
the first half. But as soon as they kind of break the ice, then it turns into a lot of offense,
Yeah.
and that's where I think Peyton Manning takes over. Sounded like I knew what I was
Sounded,
talking
yeah,
about.
I got it. I got it. I'm going to jot that down.
You know I'm
Seahawks
going to agree with
at the
Scooter. As long as he's with Denver, I'm with him on everything he says, okay? I ditto that.
All of a sudden, you're a big Bronco now.
half. Well, he did play for
I
him.
ditto that, okay, Scooter? Yes, I ditto
This
that, man.
is an interesting case of contrasting styles.
Yeah.
You've got a run-dominant
so.
team in Seattle and primarily a passing-dominant team in the Broncos. Look,
Yeah.
Peyton, did he not set records for most yards in a season?
He did.
Yeah.
He
Most
did.
touchdown passes in a season. He probably had one of the highest completion rates this year. Manning at 37 just blew the doors off the record books when it came to the passing game. So this is a story of contrasting styles. I find it an
But Rick, you
intriguing
know what?
matchup.
When you look back at it, and not to take anything away from Seattle because they have a hell of a defense. Make no mistake, the triangle defense, make no mistake about that. But when you look back at Denver, when you look at the weapons that Peyton has, and with his knowledge of the game, knowing and have been in those situations, I mean, Seattle quarterback doesn't have a clue what preparation takes to get to it. No, so I'm not going to say that's going to be a huge advantage, but you have to sometimes favor the Broncos because it seemed like to some degree they've been there, done that. You know? So not with the same people.
What's the Vegas line?
This is
What's
a
the Vegas
dangerous.
line?
I
don't know.
Denver, it started
I don't
out
know.
with Seattle
Right.
favored a little bit, but I think it's Denver. favored a
Yeah.
little
I know it was
Let me
fluctuating.
ask something. It's going to be a hot topic, I'm sure. Question I wouldn't normally ask you, because we're going to get in trouble here. In layman's terms, what is this triangle defense?
Scooter, we talked about that, and I'm gonna tell you, I have yet to understand it, but you have to have certain people to run that.
Right.
Not every defense in the NFL
Where
can
does
run
the
it.
triangle come from?
Well, you've got your free safety and you've got your two corners. Basically,
So it's kind of the opposite of cover two, I guess.
yes, but the thing
That
is,
Earl Thomas is that he.
you've got to have a guy like Earl
roam
Thomas that can cover from
deep.
hash to hash.
Right.
You don't have many free safety. This kid is special,
Right.
honestly. He is good. How he wasn't voted Defensive Player of the Year, I don't know. But it's something, Rick, I wish I could draw better than I could talk about
We
it.
need a telestrator for
When
you,
you've
sir.
got two corners that are locked, because Seattle have two lockdown corners.
they do.
There's
They do.
nobody else around
And they
that
got
has
the
corners
big,
like
they got
them
the big
too.
safety in
Yeah.
Chancellor, who
Yeah.
plays
So
up on the line, kind of like a linebacker.
So when you look at that, it makes it hard for defenders to find openings. Because
Because
I
of the
mean,
corners.
Yeah, because they
play
press. Because they
coverage.
press. I mean,
And they
you
do
know,
it very well.
You don't have to worry about routes
They
that
do it
normally
very well.
teams would give up, like the quick slants. You can't run that on them.
All right, he opened up the Pandora's box of X's and O's.
But
Let
that's
me
a good
shift
question,
away
Scooter.
from that a little bit. Let's go to the meat of this matchup. And the meat of this matchup are, in my opinion, are the quarterbacks. I
Yeah.
mean, you've got, again, completely opposite contrast.
totally.
You got a 37-year-old Manning
And one that wants to run.
24-year-old Russell Wilson, very mature,
Yeah.
has done a lot in 2 short years, but this is his first rodeo in the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. This is Manning's third.
I don't think that will bother him.
Oh, I think, well,
He doesn't seem like
well,
that.
because,
I didn't
because
think
he's
he
not
played
being
well.
dependent to win it with his arm.
Right.
For one thing.
Exactly, he's not.
He might have to
But
in this game.
I mean, I thought they beat the Saints without him having a really good game.
That's right. They
And you're
did.
right, Scooter. And you're right.
So I mean,
But-
let's
but-
be honest. The Broncos have got to have Peyton Manning have
Yeah.
a good game.
And
But I
let me-
don't. The Seahawks, not so much.
No, and the point that Scooter makes is a good point because you know what? Russell Wilson, great kid, young, athletic, but when you have a Marshawn Lynch, the beast, when you have 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, sometimes you give it to him.
Yeah.
So not
Yeah.
many teams, not
Well-
many teams can do that.
Okay,
Rick.
so again, the quarterback.
So that's an advantage that's taken off of him as a
The
quarterback.
next layer,
the pressure
the
is
next
taken off.
layer is because so much of Seattle's offense is generated around Lynch to a degree. I mean,
It is,
Wilson
it
does
is.
create
He
some
does,
ad lib
he
with
does.
his legs, but then the other side, a part of it is can Denver's defense hold and contain Lynch and maybe keep him under 100 yards? That's
And let me
another
say this,
defensive
Rick,
question for the
in
Broncos.
teams
I think
that
they
we
can.
saw, well, the game they played in getting to the Super Bowl, basically, they couldn't hold him. I mean, Lynch, they couldn't hold him.
Yeah.
So will Denver defense be able to catch him when you don't expect them to run it,
Right.
and they run it on the 3rd and 8, and they give it to him?
Keep him from busting anything over 25 or 30 yards,
So-
and I think the defense is going to do
This
a great
is my
job.
thing.
Well, he can do that.
If the Denver defense can keep him under 100, do they win?
I would think so.
I always hear that.
I would think
Well,
so.
no,
I
well,
always
Scooter,
hear that.
it's something that people have a margin of how they can judge things because of past games.
So if he gets 102, they can't win.
Well, he's nitpicking.
They
you
hold him
He's
to
nitpicking.
98.
But wait,
they're
but wait,
good.
Scooter. If he rushes for 102 yards against Denver,
I'd bet
Seattle
on
is
the
doing
Broncos.
something right.
No, I'd bet on the
Seattle
Broncos
doing something
in that
right.
case. I do. I would. I
Okay,
would.
well, I mean, but
I would.
I mean, just throwing a random number
don't-
out there, that doesn't mean you stop What if he has an 80-yard run?
Right.
And
On
then-
the first
but then
carry,
The
on the
rest
first
of the
carry.
game, he has 30 yards on 15
And you're right.
carries.
And you're right,
Scooter,
Scooter.
the macro view of this game is, I don't think, especially in the last 5 or 6 games, Wilson has not played very well. And
No, he hasn't.
has not. And again, a lot of it, Percy Harvin is a big part of this.
is.
They say he's going to
And
play.
they say he's gonna
But
play.
To what
He's definitely
extent?
good to go.
To
Oh,
what
they say
extent can he
I
contribute?
mean, he was definitely going to play against the
Yeah, they
Saints.
say his.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
One hit and he was
now,
Well, I
now,
think they had him targeted a little
now,
bit.
one of the factors that we haven't talked about much that we know can sometimes be a deciding factor on games like this is special teams.
All right, hang on to that thought. All right, and the weather.
Oh,
I think we might be having
Do we
tougher
even-
weather than they have.
Oh.
We'll wait and see. All right, we're up against the clock. Coming up later on in the show, Cowgirls head basketball coach Brooks Donalds-Williams was here. We'll do that, but coming back, we'll get more into Super Bowl 48,
Yes.
the big matchup between the Broncos and Hawks. Stay right here. We're coming back to Jack Daniels.
Sound Off 60 is brought to you by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort.
Behold the original light beer. The inventor of great taste and less filling. The one that dared to say maybe light beer should taste like beer. And for a limited time, Miller Lite is back in the original light can.
Philip, you guys have been here for 4 years. Why is Tarver Ford doing so well?
Judge, we have a great team with a great passion to win every customer that gives us a chance. Our people are enthusiastic and prepared, our inventory is busted at the seams, and we're discounting prices and giving good money for trades to make deals happen.
Well, it must be working because I see the blue Tarver Ford tags everywhere. But how do you keep customers?
We want customers for life. So at Tarver Ford, every new vehicle includes complimentary lifetime oil changes.
Let us show you how a great team serves its customers a first-class experience.
At Tarver Ford, exit 21 Sulphur.
Dr. Casio was my choice.
Dr. Casio is my choice.
Dr. Casio was my choice.
Dr. Brett Cassio is fellowship trained and board certified in both orthopedics and sports medicine. He has the tools, techniques, and experience to get athletes back on the field of play. Call 337-494-4900.
Dr. Brent Cassio is the official sports medicine physician of Sound Off 60.
This is it. The big bang of light beers. The one that started it all. 96 of the hardest working calories in the business. And for a limited time, Miller Lite is back in the original light can.
Welcome back to the show. I want to remind you, it's no longer next year. We're already into this year, 2014, February 14th. Hobbs, what day is that? What? February 14th.
Valentine's
February
Day. That's a special
14th.
day for all the guys.
The bell's not working
You're supposed
too
to
good
know
today.
that, Scooter.
Valentine's Day.
February
It's a
14th,
Friday.
yes,
Boys
Scooter.
to Men in concert.
Yes.
Here at the Lauberge Concert Special Events Center here at the casino.
Still have tickets available too for those
Yes,
guys that maybe want to do
Friday.
something special
I can't believe because
February
everybody
14th.
I've heard is
for the
going.
wife. Yeah.
Valentine's
I've
Day.
heard know is
Boys
going.
to
I
Men.
can't
More big
believe the
shows
ticket.
coming up. We'll let you know about it here at Sound Off.
gonna be a great
60.
concert,
All right. The old Lion against the new Jaguar. Manning.
Okay.
Wilson. Manning.
Okay.
He ran for a touchdown this year. I saw him scoot around a little bootleg.
Yeah.
That's about the first and last for Peyton Manning on run. But Russell Wilson can stretch plays. He can make
He
plays
can.
with his legs.
He can.
I'm not saying he doesn't have an arm. I'm not saying he's not a somewhat adequate passer. He's okay. But that's not his forte. And
No.
meaning the macro view of it, if you can keep Lynch and not let him explode for that 140 to 160, yes.
But how can you,
Now,
though, Rick?
there's other factors in the game. Weather,
Yeah.
kick, special teams, turnovers, things like that. But in general, you've heard this before in your many years, Hobbs. If they can keep a guy who's the main part of their offense when it comes to rushing, if they can keep him in that yardage range, they should win the game because he's so much a part of that offense. It's
But you
bugging
know
you,
what?
isn't it? It's bugging
Yeah,
you.
but
It's bugging you.
all right. Let's say they hold him to 65 yards. and Russell Wilson throws for 400. Well,
But he won't. He won't. He hasn't.
it depends on how much attention it takes to hold him.
I'm just
to
saying.
sit
I'm
up.
just saying. He's not
This,
gonna do that.
this is the advantage that I think that Seattle may have against Denver's defense, is that Russell Wilson, this is what makes him special, Rick. He's the type of guy that can extend the play, if you know what I mean when I say that,
Yeah, of course.
when it looks like it's over. He can run around, do a circle, he can extend it to where somebody can come open. But this is the thing. Lynch takes the pressure off of him having to get under center every time and say, I've got to complete this pass.
Of course he does.
That makes the quarterback play different.
Yeah.
It makes you play more relaxed.
Right.
So my thing is, if Denver, Scooter said it, I mean, you know, keeping him under 100, which I'm talking about, Lynch,
Let's move on.
I just don't know how that's
Okay.
going to be that big a factor. But the thing is, if he rushes for 100 or more, you've got to say that that's going to be a big part of them maybe winning the game.
All right, let's go to the obvious thing now. Let's go to the obvious thing. If there is inclement weather, and I've heard, you know, by at some point in the game, because it's an evening game,
Right.
it's going to get down to
They
the
said it
it's
could
going to get
possibly
below
snow.
freezing.
Said it could possibly
with a
snow.
low chance of rain at this point.
Yeah.
But you know, who knows? Again, the cliche question: who does it favor? Who does it favor? If they have cold,
Well, they're
and,
both
and
kind of
icy,
bad weather teams, although.
Yeah, well, Denver plays in it a lot too, but
Yeah, but you know, if you just looked at their personnel, I don't think you'd think of them as a cold weather team.
no, you don't. You would. The way it's open.
Yeah.
I
mean,
know
the
what
way,
you're saying,
I mean,
Scooter.
the way they play.
I know what you're saying.
You wouldn't think of them. And you know, what was that? Manning had never won under so and so
Yeah.
degrees.
Yeah. Well,
That's
he's
crazy,
so
though,
many
man.
years-
That's
dome
crazy.
So
for
many years in the
years.
dome.
Crazy, yeah. He's got
And,
accustomed to it.
You
Well,
know,
let's talk about that. I mean, I wrote about this Sunday. Aren't we secretly hoping for the blizzard of the century? Sunday?
I'm not.
I am.
I'm not, Scooter. I'm
I
not.
want the
I'm
NFL.
not. I'm not.
I want the NFL to be sitting there.
Oh,
with,
they already feel
with
bad about
snow
it,
up
Scooter.
to here, thinking, what were we thinking?
Yeah. I don't know, Scooter.
This
I
can
don't
be a really good matchup. I don't want to see it tainted by
Yeah.
by 4 inches of snow or
I
ice
do.
or something
I
like
do.
that. But I don't.
I
But-
think-
I do. Well, you know, they're going to have another Super Bowl next year, regardless. And they're going to have it in Phoenix, where
Yeah.
they belong.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I agree.
This is Manning.
Or
How
in a
many more
dome,
times
just-
can Peyton get
just-
there?
Yeah, but you know what, though? It could be in a cold weather place, but it should be a dome place. People
They had
pay
it in
too much.
Detroit.
People
They
pay
had it
too
in
much
Detroit.
money.
I don't even think
to participate in something like that.
Okay,
Too much
the
money.
game will be fine. But I mean, you've been to Super Bowls,
Yeah.
and like I was there last year with it in New Orleans.
Yeah.
The game is only one element.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and, you know,
There's so
the-
much
the
goes on
French
during the
Quarter,
week. Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Miami, I really thought it was a little too spread out for a Super Bowl.
Right.
But you know, the weather's going to be good.
It is. It is.
And the
It is.
fans that are there, they don't want to be bundled up for 4 and 5
Yeah.
days waiting on the
I'm
game.
with you on that. I'm with you.
And it's and,
So
and-
what were
and-
they thinking?
MetLife, $1.6
it
billion
blows.
stadium.
I know.
I
It's
hope we see-
it's a beautiful stadium, but
Icicles coming out of Roger Goodell's nose.
You might.
You know?
You might.
It's-
You might.
yeah, it's going to be different. I tell
Back
you what.
to the field. Seattle puts a lot of pressure. We as Saints observers and fans
Yeah.
saw it with Drew Brees. I really believe that Peyton Manning with Omaha,
Yeah.
and all the gyrations and that short passing game that he
Yeah.
does so well,
Yeah.
especially across the middle, I think that he's going to negate some of that. Not all of it.
You think so?
He gets the ball away so quick.
He does.
He doesn't get
But-
hit very often.
But you know what, guys? When you look at that Seattle defense, Rick, out of all the defenses in the league that we've watched, and I have to say it, I have never seen a defense as fast as those guys.
They're big
Rick.
and fast.
I've never. Rick.
I'm with you on that.
I've seen a
Kevin.
lot of defense, Rick. I've never seen one. Where did they find these guys to put them together all on one
I know.
team? I mean, it's
I
like
know.
it's like a fantasy team. I'm being
And
kinda,
you know, we
like a
we have
fantasy
seen
team,
them
man.
beat the Saints since what 2011 three
The
times, and I'm
pressure.
telling you,
It's
I
the
can
pressure,
name
Rick.
maybe 3 guys on their defense.
it's the pressure, Rick.
you know,
I'm telling you.
they're not
But
super
you're right.
duper stars, but they're very,
You're
very
right.
great players.
Nobody knew about the secondary until recently. I guess what this year? I mean, we knew they were good as a team, but that secondary finally stepped up and said, "My God, these guys are that good in the
You
secondary."
keep touting the Seahawks. Who's going to win?
Well,
Gentry? You
I'm
keep-
Denver. I
I know,
want
but
Denver,
you're making it sound
but-
like they don't
But
have
I
a
have to give
chance.
those guys their props, man. I mean, God.
Yeah, well, they're there playing for the NFC. All right, we got some Cowgirl basketball
They
to
were
talk
one
about.
play from losing to the Niners.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
though.
they are not this invincible.
No, they're not. But the thing is,
Seattle?
Yeah.
But the thing is,
no, not at all.
But this is the thing, guys. It just takes one play, and he made that play.
Okay.
He made that play.
2
It
inches
just
the
take-
other
yeah.
way. He didn't
It's
make the
touchdown,
play.
Rick.
All right. We're going to get
Man.
back on the Super Bowl later on in the show. Richard
Yeah.
Sherman and all the things that he did to mitigate the post-game
Yeah, let's
rant
talk
and
a little bit
whatever.
about that.
I think it was blown out of proportion.
It was blown out
and
of
that whole
proportion.
thing. We'll get more into
Because
it.
I
We'll
got
have a little fun
and
with
I have
that.
a story I want to mention to that too. So let's bring it up too.
Okay. It wasn't
I have a
blown out
story.
of proportion.
Wait, but I have a story I want to bring up.
He wants to relate a
yeah.
story. Coming up next, though, is Cowgirl basketball with Brooks Donald-Williams. Stay right here. We're coming back to Jack Daniels in about 2. Stay right there.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort and by Tarver Ford, Beglis Parkway in Sulphur.
Get your free American Press app today. It's all at your fingertips. News, sports, advertising, entertainment, and video delivered through your Apple or Android mobile device. Capture the informative power of the American Press, Southwest Louisiana's premier source for news and advertising. Get your American Press app today. Download it for free through your iTunes or App Store. You'll love the look and feel of our newest digital offering. The app flawlessly delivers the local news most important to you in a new, striking layout. Get your American Press app today.
Choosing your doctors and healthcare professionals is an important and personal decision, and one that you should feel totally comfortable with. Hello, I'm Dr. Trisa Guidry, and I'd like to welcome you to our clinic, where your health and well-being is our top priority. I'm a board-certified OBGYN and a graduate of LSU. My dedicated staff and I would like to invite you to call for a consultation and appointment. You will experience the trust, comfort, and medical treatments you deserve. We are Dr. Trisa Guidry.
All right, welcome back to Jack Daniels here at Lauberge Casino. Sound Off 60 once again welcomes the queen herself, Cowgirl head basketball coach Brooks Donald.
The queen bee.
I just
All right,
dubbed you the
guys.
queen.
Where did that come from now?
I was feeling kind of down and out today, and y'all are calling me the queen. Y'all are being so
You're
nice.
the queen
and-
of
You are the
women's
lady.
basketball.
Okay,
You are
guys.
You are the
Yeah,
lady.
well, I'm the only women's basketball coach
Well,
at
but
McGee's
still.
right
Only
now,
still.
so I appreciate that.
Well, see, I'm buttering you up. So
You
if I
are.
ask you one of those questions you hate to answer, then you won't feel so
No,
bad.
Rick, I love your questions.
You-
They-
oh,
I
yeah,
absolutely
Coach.
love
Okay.
Never
them.
throws
God,
tough
all right.
questions. Coach, you already know that.
Again, congratulations
Yeah.
on the progress and the success so far. A lot
Thank
of
you.
moving parts with this roster that you had to deal with. What has surprised you the most with all those moving parts and putting it together again?
Now, we're
It's not
talking about
Humpty Dumpty by any means. but
talking about all those moving parts as in the loss of the two best players.
You said it in the history of the game. I know you're tired of talking about it, but
Yeah.
you had influence of
Yeah.
a lot of freshmen you're playing
Sure.
and reliance a little bit more on the big girls down low.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, it's been a lot of fun, actually. I mean, you know, of course, we knew this time was going to come. Twins couldn't play forever.
Took 10 years.
It
Yeah.
took
Yeah.
10 years,
Okay.
Yeah.
you know, and had a lot of fun with those 10 years. But no, you know, we knew this time would come, and we also knew that what the Twins and all those young ladies that played with the Twins and came before them built was strong enough to continue
Yeah.
our program.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm really excited about. I love our young kids. I love our returners and where their mindset is. You know, and in some sense, I think, you know, they've really proven themselves this year as a program to contend for,
Yeah.
you know, in the Southland. And, you know, I'm excited about where we are. I really am. You know, we've had some disappointment, but I also think some of that disappointment is a little bit of youth and, you know, a little bit of learning, you know, what to do without, you know, go-to scores. And really, honestly, I think we've hurt more defensively losing the Twins than we have offensively. You know, I know it's something people don't really see in a stat line, but, you know, they were so good on defense. And it takes a long time to learn how to really be tough defensively in the college game.
Yeah.
In the preparations for going into the season and once the season started, when did you first realize, hey, there will be life after the Twins?
Yeah.
And this team can forge its own identity?
Yeah, honestly, we can coach now during the summer. It's a big change. NCAA first year, this past year, we've always had them in the summer, but we've been limited on what we could do with them. And this summer, we were able to get on the court with them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good. I saw a lot of toughness this summer with our kids, and I thought, wow, we may be a little bit better than people think we're going to be earlier. You know what I mean? And then, of course, in the season, within this 13-14 season, I think in New York, we kind of became our own. I mean, we played some tough road games, some close games that we won. And then we played against Georgia Tech, and I thought we had a heck of a game.
Yeah.
And I saw some kids emerge that I thought, okay, let's take this back home to Lake Charles and let's rock and roll.
You won a couple of games in New York at a tournament against some pretty good competition. Now, on the road in New York, Big Apple, all that distraction, that's saying a lot.
We did. We really did. And, for, youth or veteran teams, it's always hard to win on the road. Y'all know that. Everybody knows that that's played college athletics and been a part of it. The road is tough. And to win 2 out of 3 and really have a chance to beat Georgia Tech in the finals, we had a good swing coming home. And then, of course, we came home to beat Monroe and beat Louisiana Tech and beat SUNO and, head into Christmas with those big wins. So, I felt like that stint into November and December, to kind of answer your questions, could have really, helped us all go, okay, gosh, we can play, let's go.
Yeah. Coach, Rick in school always asks the softball questions, but I'm going to ask a tough question for you because I'm that.
This ought to be good.
I love it.
Look,
I wish I had
Coach,
the bell.
Oh, really?
I'm going to a lot of the Cowgirl games, and I've watched you, and one thing I've watched from the sideline is your demeanor. You always seem to put off this real sweet lady, but business type and everything.
This is a tough
Losing
question.
the bag at Twins.
I don't know if my kids would agree with that.
How has that demeanor changed somewhat?
Well, I think there's just so much more teaching right now,
Exactly.
and so, I think I don't know if there's more of an urgency, but there's definitely more of a, we got to be really in tune. I mean, you don't have a coach on the floor anymore that played and started for 4 and 5
because
years.
I can see what some games, Coach, you was real laid back and you didn't say much, you didn't do much because you knew exactly that what they were doing, that they knew and they was already taught and teach by it. So there wasn't that need, I guess, to be up a lot more. But now you seem to be up a little bit more.
Well, yeah, wouldn't you? It's just a whole different thing. I think Jalen Johnson has done a great job at the point position, and I trust her. I really do. I trust her as much as I trusted Caitlin. She doesn't have that game experience yet in big situations and even in small situations. She doesn't have, and Caitlin didn't either when she was, an early sophomore kid.
Right.
She didn't, but it's a different feeling when you have a veteran point guard. And Caitlin and I had a different relationship too. She'd come in the office and we talk basketball all the time. We analyzed the game on the bus after games. It took her 5 minutes and she was creeping up to the front of the bus and sitting with me, and Jalen's coming around, and I'm excited about, that Jalen had the opportunity to play under Caitlin.
Right.
And now, we now are forming that. Of course, I've known her whole life. She's from the great city of Jennings.
Just like Scooter said, she had been with you for 10 years.
Yeah.
It's true,
Yeah, she's a little jitterbug, too. She gets around the court pretty well.
She is.
Brooks Donald-Williams has joined us here talking Cowgirl basketball here at Soundoff 60 at Jack Daniels. I asked you after one of the games, maybe I'm too old school. Maybe I'm too Bird, Parrish, McHale. With Jones and Okoye doing what they're doing and their health better, especially Cecilia Okoye.
Sure.
Is this team now driven by the front court? And you corrected me and slapped me around saying, no, it's still in the back court, Rick. We still got to have the guard play. But they could be a big part of carrying the load down the stretch in the South.
Yeah, Rick, I think a part of your observation is exactly, on point. They're a big part of our wins. Yeah. If you notice, we're very successful when we have that scoring punch from Natanya Jones, our big center, and from Cecilia Okoye. I also think it's still driven by, our low guards. And and somebody really running the team and showing that confidence to run the show that we kind of just talked about that Caitlin did so well. You know, and so, yeah, I think it's such a big combination of both of those things, of our guard play and the big senior play from Natanya Jones and Cecilia Okoye.
Yeah. All right, so you have Lake Charles Civic Center, January 30th. Lady Bears, Central Arkansas. February 1, I don't have my calendar in my head.
Oral Roberts.
But it's Oral Roberts.
Yeah,
Let me talk about it. And it's at the Lake Charles Civic Center. So 2 more home games now. And then Natchitoches, I believe.
That's right.
After that. This is a big home stretch. Oral Roberts. You feel bad about them joining the league and not getting out of the league? Give me a sense of where you are with Oral Roberts.
You know, Rick, it doesn't really bother me either way. You know, honestly, I really enjoyed.
Hardly knew them, huh?
Do what?
You hardly knew them.
We hardly knew
them. We hardly
you know
knew
what
you.
I did? You know what I do know about them? They beat us in the doggone tournament last year.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? I don't like, but you know, we had competitive games with them. I mean, they had 2 really good guards last year that Kate and Ashlyn matched up really well with. And we had 2 battles with them, beat them there, beat them here in Lake Charles with a great crowd, and then, of course, lost to them in the semis of the conference tournament. But, you know, I don't really have any feelings either way. I want, you know, teams in our league that are great competitive teams that we can compete with in women's basketball. And, you know, Oral Roberts was certainly one of them. We're sad to lose them. You know, hate that it was so quick. But, you know, in another
Nature
sense.
of the beast in which we live.
Yeah,
Nature
absolutely.
of the beast. All right, as we close, critical games, are they not? I mean, you just said it earlier. Very hard to win on the road. Yeah. You better get them at home, huh?
Absolutely. Both of them are really hot right now. Central Arkansas is kind of standing alone right now, too, in the number 1 spot. So, you know, it's going to be a tough week for us. I think they're all tough this time of year. They're all so important. But I feel like we're going to come out and compete and, you know, give it a great challenge, give it a great shot.
Who do you like in the Super Bowl?
You know, Rick, let me tell you what.
Yeah, and they're trying to watch any football.
Now, why are you patting me?
Because he played for the Denver Broncos.
You want me to say him? Okay, I'll go with Denver.
Okay, there we have
Only
it.
because of Kevin.
Why don't you stay out of it where we can get an honest answer?
Coach, we appreciate you
and your
coming in. Good
hard-hitting
luck. Lake Charles Civic Center, 2 home games coming up January 30th. Central Arkansas, February 1. Oral Roberts. Check your calendar at the Civic Center for the Cowgirls. Back in 2.5. Stay right here.
We are worldwide, 365 and 24/7 at soundoff60.com. Soundoff 60 is presented by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort and by Tarver Ford Sulphur. Back after this break.
Behold the original light beer. The inventor of great taste and less filling. The one that dared to say maybe light beer should taste like beer. And for a limited time, Miller Lite is back in the original light can.
Dr. Casio was my choice.
Dr. Casio is my choice.
Dr. Casio was my choice.
Dr. Brett Cassio is fellowship trained and board certified in both orthopedics and sports medicine. He has the tools, techniques, and experience to get athletes back on the field of play. Call 337-494-4900.
Dr. Brent Cassio is the official sports medicine physician of Soundoff 60.
Philip, you guys have been here for 4 years. Why is Tarver Ford doing so well?
Judge, we have a great team with a great passion to win every customer that gives us a chance. Our people are enthusiastic and prepared, our inventory is busted at the seams, and we're discounting prices and giving good money for trades to make deals happen.
Well, it must be working because I see the blue Tarver Ford tags everywhere. But how do you keep customers?
We want customers for life. So at Tarver Ford, every new vehicle includes complimentary lifetime oil changes.
Let us show you how a great team serves its customers a first-class experience.
At Tarver Ford, exit 21 Sulphur.
This is it. The big bang of light beers. The one that started it all. 96 of the hardest working calories in the business. And for a limited time, Miller Lite is back in the original light can.
Welcome back to Jack Daniels at Lauberge. Jack Daniels, home of Tuesday night karaoke and so much more. Great ribs, great steaks, great burgers. Am I hungry yet? Are you hungry yet? I think we might be. All right, let's talk some local sports, high school, all the championships coming up. Eric Zartler has joined us from the Southwest Louisiana Tourism Convention. Agency, board, commission. I don't
All
know. You
of
got a
it.
big title.
Eric's got it all.
You got a lot. Eric, we appreciate you coming in.
Yes, sir. Thank
big
you.
news of all the stuff coming to the region. Run it down as quickly as you can, because I want to get bogged down on all of that. Right. But it is critical in regards to what this area and this region has had and what we have now gained through your efforts and the efforts of the Bureau.
Right. Yeah. I want to point out, first of all, the CVB had a hand in it, but there was a lot of different agencies working together for this. We were successful in landing the LHSA girls and boys top 28. They're calling it March Madness. Mm-hmm. It starts March 4th through the 8th with the girls, March 11th through the 15th with the boys.
And that would be at Burton, solely
That'll
at Burton
be at Burton,
Coliseum.
all at Burton Coliseum. Calcasieu Parish Police Jury stepped up big time on this. And
repeat that again, Eric.
The Calcasieu Parish Police Jury stepped up big time on this. Sure. Definitely. Okay. Couldn't have done it without them, really. And that's not a joke. They were a huge partner. Without them, this doesn't happen here. The commitment they've made at Burton Coliseum. You were out there. I saw you at the game the other week. The facilities never looked better. Yeah. The LHSA was in town a couple days before that, and they were just so impressed with the facility. The progress it's made just since August till now. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's a better venue in the state for that event than right here. Right. And then coming up in the spring, we have Fast Pitch 56 again. Yeah. May 2nd and 3rd, I believe it is, and then 2 weeks after that, we have all 7 classes of high school baseball.
All 7
this year.
High school boys, yeah.
Didn't all of this really start with Fast Pitch 56?
It definitely set the paved the way for everything.
Ago, I'm guessing, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah, it's our 14th year of softball this year.
But this amazes me, and I don't know, y'all. I guess I'm not as big a fan of Burton Coliseum as all of y'all are.
Hey.
To me, it's still a rodeo arena trying to play basketball inside. I was shocked back last spring. I ran it right here, as a matter of fact. I ran into a couple of officials from the state LHSA I knew. I said, what are y'all doing in town? They said, well, we're going to look at Burton Lake Charles, the top, the men's and women's.
Right.
They did, so I couldn't believe they would do that sight unseen to Burton Coliseum. How did that work when y'all got those two?
Basically, Jason Barnes from the police jury and I got together. We reviewed the bid, looked at everything. We got together then with the members of the police jury, and they made a commitment to the event. Like I said earlier.
I mean, without seeing the arena, that just floors me.
There was a couple
the
of
Cowboys and Cowgirls played there. I mean, maybe they assumed it was going to be a more than adequate enough facility.
There was a couple of their staff members that had seen it, and they gave a report. And, a lot of it hinged on a lot of the work that's going on now and the future work. The remodeling of the facility, which has gone fantastic, well ahead of schedule, I believe, Kevin, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, that ushers us into Mr. Guidry's question. I'm sure he's going to say that he put up all the outside and exterior. Kevin redid all the bathrooms. Kevin repaved all the roads.
I saw him on the roof.
Take it away, Kevin. I saw him on the roof.
I cannot even go that far and even thinking about saying it. But no, Eric brings a good point up, because I was on one of the visits that Eric had with some of the members down here, and they just thought that it was an outstanding venue to have it here. And one of the things that Eric and I remember talking to him about is that they knew that we were going to make changes to the outside of the arena.
Of course, it needed it,
And it was to where, it looks great now. Yeah. So what else can you do to make it better than what it is? So that was really a plus for us, Rick. But the thing that I think probably more so impressed me was that this is only going to be the setting for more events to be out at Burton because of what's going to be there. Can you imagine the multitude of people that's going to be in and out that place for 2 weeks?
So, Eric, what else can you go for?
Wrestling is on the table right now.
Yeah, it's a lot more things.
We talked about that during that site visit that Kevin was talking about.
So the area and the region is chasing more. Give us and again, I don't want to get bogged down in economic numbers, but doggone it, it's an important part of it. The American Press did coverage on this. This is going to be, when you in totality, this is a lot of hotel rooms, a lot of restaurants, a lot of casino business, and there's a lot. Do you have a number? An economic impact when it's all said and done?
No, sir. We haven't. We haven't seen the event here yet. We've seen it in other areas.
Exactly.
Until we see it here and really get the numbers, I mean, the projections are onwards of 80,000 people over the course of 2 weeks. Is what they're projecting their numbers to be.
For basketball.
for basketball.
Just basketball, not including fast pitch now.
Fast pitch 56 last year. We broke a record with over 20,000 in the course of 2 days.
I mean, it's a huge revenue boost for us when fast pitch comes here because the majority of the rooms are occupied by them when they come.
Millions
I
in
would
economic
have to
impact.
say, Ricky, I would have to say.
Absolutely.
I would have to
Well
say,
into
without
the
even
millions.
knowing, I would
Well
have
into
to
the
say
millions.
that.
Okay, before we run out of time, what other market out there that you're competing against? I mean, because the American Press had coverage that there are other cities, and be it Lafayette or Hammond or whoever, is building. And who's out there you're going to be competing against?
You name it, every corner. Of
Even
the state.
Mamou?
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe
your
not
major,
Mamou.
your larger cities: Alexandria, Lafayette,
Yeah.
Hammond, New Orleans, Shreveport, Monroe.
And Lafayette's had it
Those
for
are the
some
big
years, though,
ones.
Rick. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Eric. But, you know, just to say, I mean, we know they've got the Cajun Dome. That's a great facility.
Nice.
That's a great
Cajun
facility,
Dome is
Rick. I
nice.
can't
Centrally
say
located. It's very
anything bad about that. But I think with what Eric's saying, once it comes here and we see the impact, I think it's only going to make us want to do more.
Yeah.
You know, we need a lot of help to put it on, too.
What was that you were mentioning to me? What do you need in regards to personnel? I mean, you're in a big need of volunteers.
We're in need of team hosts is our main thing. We need that friendly face
I
and
volunteered.
that voice.
I'm already
We got
there.
Kevin on board.
Yeah.
I think Scooter is looking like he's wanting to volunteer.
I think
over
Scooter's
there.
You're going to house a team at your place?
I doubt that.
Rick, now, can we actually hear on the air that you could be a part of that with me to help out?
I've got little Zach and Carter coming
I would
to
love
meet
to
me
have
here.
both of them.
My Zachary
I
and
would
Carter,
love to
they
have
can
both
shake
of them.
hands with the best of them.
I'd love to have
No,
both
I
of
mean,
them.
in all
Yeah.
seriousness,
we do need help.
it's what? Directions?
A lot of it's just kind of being that liaison with the team. You know, we need ushers, we need stuff like that. So they can call us at the Convention and Visitors Bureau, or they can visit our website at www.visitlakecharles.org/volunteer. Our phone number is 436-9588. They can call us there and sign up, and we definitely need all help.
You're the man. I mean, if they need to get more information, contact you
We can
directly.
provide them with more information. Yes, sir.
Eric, we appreciate you coming in.
Thank
It's
you
a
for
big
having me.
event.
I appreciate y'all.
Coming up with
Great
high school
job.
basketball and then fast pitch, and they're chasing everybody. They want to rule the world when it comes to high school championship sports. All right, when we come back, more on Super Bowl 48. I don't know, we might pin these guys down with a true prediction.
I've got a
when we
story
come
behind
back.
this. I'm telling you,
I
I
got
have
a story coming up
I have
too.
a
Stay
story
right here.
I think I did give a prediction.
Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort, home of Sound Off 60, and Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. Round 5 with the boys coming up.
Get your free American Press app today. It's all at your fingertips. News, sports, advertising, entertainment, and video delivered through your Apple or Android mobile device. Capture the informative power of the American Press, Southwest Louisiana's premier source for news and advertising. Get your American Press app today. Download it for free through your iTunes or App Store. You'll love the look and feel of our newest digital offering. The app flawlessly delivers the local news most important to you in a new, striking layout. Get your American Press app today.
Philip, you guys have been here for 4 years. Why is Tarver Ford doing so well?
Judge, we have a great team with a great passion to win every customer that gives us a chance. Our people are enthusiastic and prepared, our inventory is busted at the seam, and we're discounting prices and giving good money for trades to make deals happen.
Well, it must be working because I see the blue Tarver Ford tags everywhere. But how do you keep customers?
We want customers for life. So at Tarver Ford, every new vehicle includes complimentary lifetime oil changes.
Let us show you how a great team serves its customers a first-class experience.
At Tarver Ford, exit 21, Sulphur.
Welcome back to Jack Daniels. Like I said earlier, home of Tuesday Night Karaoke. You know, we didn't talk about it at the beginning of the show. We're facing yet another ice storm.
We are.
Bad weather. I don't know, hopefully it'll be cleared and melted by Wednesday if you're watching our show early in the week or the rebroadcast. Again, you know, we're all safety conscious. We want to, again, remind everybody to stay off the roads, especially Tuesday.
Especially Kevin.
Let me. I'm a pretty safe driver, but if it's not imperative that you leave your
Stay
home
off the road.
for some emergency, please stay home.
And if you're on
Please stay
slow
home.
down,
How those
people,
vets do on
slow
ice?
down.
You just don't drop it. You just
Slow
don't drop
down.
it.
I mean,
You don't
people
drop it.
are just, you know,
They
you
are.
got
And
zipping
let me tell you something.
on the interstates.
You know
just
the
bring it
interstates are
down.
icy and stuff, and I see people driving. Why do that?
No, it's
Why
crazy.
do that?
All right, back
It's
to
not
Super
that
Bowl
important.
48. Everybody's going to be bundled up, as New York
gonna
will
be
probably
cold.
be bundled up. It's going to be cold. Hopefully, no snow. So what I mean?
Oh, we want a blizzard.
No, we don't want a
Yes,
blizzard.
we do.
I want to see Manning at his best.
I do too.
I want to see the Seattle defense at their best. I want to see Manning
It's gonna be a
challenge
great
Richard
matchup.
Sherman.
Yeah.
Can he do it, Kevin?
No.
Can he challenge?
Think
Are you
think
saying
he just tries to stay away from it?
He'll stay
the
away
whole
from it.
game?
I mean, look.
He'll
Teams have tried
challenge
it.
him.
No, he
He'll
will. But I'll
throw.
tell you what.
He'll throw.
He's going to pay the cost for it.
Depends on the matchup,
Yeah,
though.
he's gonna pay. And you know, Peyton have thrown some passes that shouldn't have been thrown.
Okay, they all do.
They all do. Drew Brees, all of them.
I foresee
Brady,
a
all of
Tracy
them.
Porter moment.
See, that's my point. What Scooter just brought up.
If we have a Tracy Porter moment,
If Sherman's against Welker, okay, he's probably not going to throw it well.
But he's going to put him against probably Thomas. He's going to put him against their best, and
know.
that's Thomas. But let me
Go ahead.
Let me say this. One of the things that we had talked about, I think it was a week ago, the Richard Sherman deal about him raving after the game and all of this stuff. This is what I had said, and I may not have said it on the show, but that was someone that asked me in the grocery store, out at the gas station or wherever. Say, Kevin, I mean, what was your thoughts on it, man? You're a former defensive back. Come on, tell us, man. I say, look, guys, the first thing you do is that never put a mic in front of a guy that's made one of his biggest plays of his career.
Well, you're wrong.
Wait. Never do that, because I'm going to tell you why. Because you want these guys to play with passion. You want them to be.
I like it when they speak with passion.
But
With
wait,
somebody
but that's
who
the-
has
but
to
wait.
quote
Let
them.
him finish, Hobbs.
But
Let him
wait,
finish.
this is the thing, Scooter. Think back many years ago. I made a play down in Georgia between the hedges, the winning interception. Somebody interviewed me after that game. What did you tell me when you first interviewed
I
me?
said you-
Slow down, Kevin.
I said,
Slow down.
Well, he was speaking in tongues.
Okay, that's my point. That's my point. You told me. You said
He was so
Kevin,
excited.
Slow down.
He was talking. It was you know the game. We talked about it many times.
Yes, the winning
and we
interception.
did get him. I don't know. And I think they had a cooling off period.
Yeah,
but he was
that's-
still speaking
But he
in
was
tongues.
still.
That's my
He
point.
was.
Guys are gonna
said,
play with
Kevin,
passion.
Kevin, slow down.
You did.
Slow down.
But it's not wrong in today's game with the media coverage that all the sideline
Yeah.
girls, they're going to stick a mic in
They
it.
are.
And
They are.
you need his
They
reaction.
are.
It's
And-
good television.
And you do, but you know that
and his
right
rant
there,
was good television.
it was great TV.
he
It was.
He was, and you know what? This is the thing that I want to applaud the kid by. After you saw the cooling off and all that, people were saying that he
backed
wasn't.
off a lot.
But people were saying that, oh, he's a gangster. He's that. Oh,
No, he's not a
did you
gangster.
hear the guy speak after
Thug.
he calmed down?
No, he's very
Thug.
well
Come on.
spoken.
Thug was
Come on,
you
he is
now.
very well
He is.
spoken.
Yes, he
He
is.
is. He's very
Intelligent
smart.
young man. So I'm saying, you know what? Sometimes that's not the best time to stick a mic in front of these guys
Well,
to
that's
get an
the
answer.
reality of it, though. The reality. And I
You know
thought,
how much Fox pays to
Yeah.
televise NFL
You're right.
games?
yeah, they're going to do it.
She was doing her job.
She
Believe
was.
me, she was doing her job.
Richard
But-
Sherman, I think he did a
That's
good
why
job.
they get to do it.
And you're
I
right.
think Richard
And you're
Sherman
right.
did a good job of explaining. I think he did a good job of trying to do damage control. I think he did a good job
Yeah.
of saying, I am not a thug.
Right.
And he's not a
Right.
thug. Okay?
And that's how he was
No,
being
there's no
looked
question
upon.
he's
no,
not.
You know,
so,
because
so
of that.
He's a little trash talker.
That's all he is.
he is, okay,
That's all
he
he
is.
is.
I don't particularly like some of the things he does, especially
Right.
when he beats the Saints, but that's the game. When you play with passion. It's a hard, you know
He
that.
is.
It's
He is.
war.
It is,
It's
Rick.
war out
And
there
that's-
to a certain degree.
And that's the thing that I said, you know what? How do you want to have it, you know, fans?
You can't
know,
have
you
it
say
both
play
ways.
with passion, but this what this kid was
You
doing.
can't have it both
That's
ways.
what he
You
was
cannot. You cannot.
So-
The only thing is, and I think we talked about it last week, and in the post-game press conference, he could have been better in regards to, look, it was the team. I think he continued it a bit. Yeah, he continued it.
And
a
that's what I
little bit.
disagreed on too, Rick.
That's my
what
point.
I
All right,
disagreed
we're
on,
up
too.
against the clock. It's going to be Stump the Wise, guys. We're going
Already?
to do our Super Bowl predictions, and we'll do a few other things.
Yes.
When
What
we
if a
come back, we
quarterback
want you
was
here with
talking
us at
like
Jack
that?
They
Daniels.
do all
Stay
the
right
time.
there.
They do all the time, Scooter.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort.
Behold the original light beer. the inventor of great taste and less filling. The one that dared to say maybe light beer should taste like beer. And for a limited time, Miller Lite is back in the original light can.
Philip, you guys have been here for 4 years. Why is Tarver Ford doing so well?
Judd, we have a great team with a great passion to win every customer that gives us a chance. Our people are enthusiastic and prepared, our inventory is busted at the seams, and we're discounting prices and giving good money for trades to make deals happen.
Well, it must be working because I see the blue Tarver Ford tags everywhere. But how do you keep customers?
We want customers for life. So at Tarver Ford, every new vehicle includes complimentary lifetime oil changes.
Let us show you how a great team serves its customers a first-class experience.
At Tarver Ford, exit 21, Sulphur.
Dr. Casio was my choice.
Dr. Casio is my choice.
Dr. Casio was my choice.
Dr. Brett Casio is fellowship trained and board certified in both orthopedics and sports medicine. He has the tools, techniques, and experience to get athletes back on the field of play. Call 337-494-4900.
Dr. Brent Casio is the official sports medicine physician of Sound Off 60.
This is it, the big bang of light beers, the one that started it all. 96 of the hardest working calories in the business. And for a limited time, Miller Lite is back in the original light can.
Stump the Wise Guys here at Jack Daniels. The lovely ladies are here. They're poised and ready for Super Bowl 48 Hype Week. The A and B team, Allie and Brittany.
Yes.
Who's up first, A or B? B is up
B.
first.
Okay.
Here we go. What you got?
Brittany.
All right, guys. But how many passing yards will Peyton Manning exceed Russell Wilson in the Super Bowl? 100, 200, 300 yards, or more than that?
200. I'm
I
saying
gather
200.
it's not trivia tonight.
I'm saying 200.
All right, so all right, 100. You say 2?
I'm saying 200. That's my final answer.
Depends on the weather. I'm going to go with you at 200.
Okay.
Depends on the weather, though. It
Depends on
could
the
be
weather.
300 if it's
Could be 200, but the
I'm
weather's
saying
going to be a
100.
big factor in it.
100.
The weather's going to be a big factor in it, though. That's for sure.
You're not giving Peyton enough props.
He wanted
here,
to be
man.
a blizzard. He wants to be a
Oh, that's
blizzard.
right.
I'm telling
He's
you.
banking on the
he
blizzard.
He wants to be
All
a
right.
blizzard.
Back to you, Brittany.
What will the total snowfall be?
Yeah, really. Yeah, that's a good question.
Russell Wilson makes plays with the legs. Will he run for less than 50 yards or more than 100 yards?
That's a
Well,
good
what-
question.
I say less than 50.
I think in between those.
Yeah,
All
I say
right,
in between those two, Scoot. I am too.
Less than 50
Less
or
than 50 or more than 100, there's a big gray area.
Yeah, big
there.
gray area.
I'll say 75. I'll say he'll go for 75.
I think it's less than 50. Denver's
No,
defense,
No,
that defense
they're going
is
to make
better
him run
than-
more.
Huh?
But they're going to make him run more because
defense is
he
better.
may not be able to find that open guy, and he will
I'm
take
going
off
to
and
say
run.
less than 50.
Less than 50?
I'll say
I'm
more
saying
than
less
50.
than 50
I'll
as
say
well.
more than 50.
Allie, are you up?
I still have one more.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brittany.
Will the Broncos defense hold Seattle's running back Marshawn Lynch to less than 50 yards, or will the Beast gain over 100?
Oh no, they will not hold him for less than 50. That is not going to
Well,
happen.
that's a 100-yard gray area.
Yeah,
there.
that's that is not going to happen. He
made
will
these
rush for 50.
questions?
He will rush for over 50.
I think he's gonna go for 100 and change.
I think he. Yeah.
Just how much more
it
than
will.
100? What do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm going to say, and we said,
they're
I'm
gonna
saying-
pound him.
I got to say it's somewhere between 50 and 150.
100 to 100.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, 50 to
That's
100.
what they
Yeah,
said.
That's what they said.
No, I don't.
Less
I said
than
it'd be
50
more-
or more
yeah.
than
I said it'd be
150.
Okay, so is he going to be over 100? You think he's going to be over 100?
I won't be.
That's the
That's
bet.
not what the
I don't
question
think-
said.
I'm asking you. Don't be difficult. Is it going to be
if-
over
I
100?
think it'll be right around 100.
Okay. All right.
I say he'll be under 100.
Under 100?
Yeah, I say
okay.
he'll be under
well,
100. Yeah.
You're a Broncos fan. All right.
Yeah, he'll
Allie.
be under 100.
Seattle's defense led the league in turnovers. Will they total 0 turnovers or more than 3?
Oh no, they will have some. You better believe that.
Again, I don't understand the
I'll
gray
say,
area.
I'll say they will have 3. I'll say they'll have 3.
You know, they could have 2, and that's not an option here.
You're right though.
You can
You're
say
right.
2. Look,
No,
give
they
me a
said
thought.
0.
I'll say,
Give
this
me
is
a
it.
thought.
I'll say
is
it'll
it
be
going to
2.
be a couple of turns? You think Denver's going to turn the ball over a couple of times?
Well,
Yes,
yeah,
I think they will. Yes.
And I
Really?
think
Yes.
that will be the key
I think they
stat.
will. I think they will.
Well, they led the league in turnovers.
weather-
They had like 40-something turnovers.
Scooter, you know it was a big factor for the Saints when they played in cold weather.
I'll say 0.
You have a harder time turning on.
I'll
You have a
say
harder time
0.
holding to the ball. You have a harder time holding to the ball. You can't. In that bad weather, you get
You're
hit.
saying Denver will not turn it over?
Well, that's my only. I don't think they're going to turn it over 4.
I think they'll have one, and that's
I think
it.
they'll have a
That
turnover
wasn't
too.
one of the answers.
Yeah.
Allie, continue. He is just being difficult.
He's been a
Go
curmudgeon.
ahead.
What are the odds that the Seahawks' Richard Sherman gives Denver a bulletin board quote prior to the Super Bowl with all the media hype?
When is media day? It's tomorrow. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah,
It's Tuesday, tomorrow.
He's too smart.
Yeah, he is.
He's
he
too
is.
smart.
He's not going to give him nothing.
No.
He won't give him nothing. No.
He's not going to
I
Believe
don't
me.
know. I'd make it 50-50.
get.
Believe me, they know. Denver know.
Oh, he's going to say something.
Denver know what he's capable of doing.
Right.
Believe me when I tell you that. They know.
I think he's too smart. I think
He
he's
is.
going to be
I don't
calm
think
and
he'll say
cool.
nothing.
Brittany and Allie, we appreciate it.
I think he's cool.
Thank
Thanks.
y'all.
Great job, ladies.
There's one more.
Oh,
One
okay.
more? Oh, already? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I have 6
I'm
today.
sorry.
Let's
Wow.
do it. Okay.
All right.
Hadn't had
finally,
any
who will win the
questions.
Super Bowl 48?
Denver Broncos.
Denver?
Denver.
Who will win?
Who will win Super Bowl 48?
Are we all on board?
Denver.
Are we all on board?
I said Denver.
I say Denver.
What do you think the margin's going to be?
Weather?
Less than
It's
10?
I say it'll be 17-21.
21-17?
Yeah. 21-17.
I'm thinking 31-24 Denver.
No.
I think some points
Weather's
are
not
gonna
going to
be
allow
scored.
that.
Well,
Weather's
I don't
not
know.
gonna
I don't
allow
know. I'm not a weatherman.
that. Weather's not going to allow
You think
that.
low scoring?
Low score.
Over and under?
22.
Yeah.
29-22?
Weather-
Okay, that's a pretty good over
Hey,
and under.
hey,
That's a pretty
hey.
good over and
Hey.
under. What's going on over there?
She said, go Seahawks.
Oh, there we go. Appreciate it, ladies. Thank you.
Yes, great
Thank
job,
you very
ladies.
much. We're all,
I think the weather.
This
I
might
think-
be a first.
Honestly.
I think all of us going.
How
all
can
of
you
the same
put a
team.
line on it? I mean, I know that they will, but I'm telling you, the weather will be the determining factor. The day of. The day
Well, we're
of.
going to see. I mean, the
I'm
wind.
telling you, it's the weather,
wind,
Rick.
maybe
I wonder if that,
It's the weather.
that dicier than usual weather. I wonder if that has Vegas worried.
But that's what I'm saying, Scooter.
Good point.
How do you make a line
That's a
on
good
that?
point.
How can you give it a line when you don't know what the weather's going to be?
Well, but they make lines all the time when
know
they
they
don't
do.
know when the weather's going to be.
But
Let
not
me ask
on
this.
this big a
Not
game.
on the Super Bowl.
Let me ask this. Do you guys buy into the media hype of Eli telling Peyton where not to throw it at in MetLife, where the wind swirls and all that
heck
stuff?
yeah.
Really? You buy into that?
Oh, yeah.
I don't buy into that.
I've never been on the floor of
Come on,
MetLife.
Scooter, back me up.
I mean,
Yes.
I'm sure it's different from day to day. Tiger Stadium's different from day to day.
Yeah. Oh, heck yeah.
I
just
think
didn't.
that's
I just didn't.
overanalyzed.
Yeah, I do too. I
I'm
didn't.
calling BS on that.
Thank
What?
you.
It's
Okay.
overanalyzed.
Yeah, I don't
That
I don't
Eli
think-
knows where to throw
Yeah.
it. It's not like
I
the
don't
dead
think
spots
that
in the
that's
Boston
really-
Garden.
No, if the
that you
wind
don't
is blowing
dribble.
a certain way, maybe saying the north end better than the south end or something.
Well, that's logic.
Well, I'm just
you don't
saying,
need
but
Eli
you don't
to
know
tell
what
you
the
that.
speed
Who
of it's going to be,
knows?
though.
You don't need Eli to tell you which way the wind's blowing. The answer,
All of
my
a sudden,
friend,
you have just
No,
turned into
I'm just-
extremely difficult. This may be the first.
the
This
answer
may be
is blowing
in the wind. All right.
Yes,
the
it
first
is.
time we've all agreed on a game. It's got to be
Really?
the first time.
Is it really the
for
first
a
time?
Super Bowl?
Yeah, we've
For a
never
I
Super
agreed
don't
on
feel
Bowl?
that strong about it either.
No, we've
Really?
never.
I do. I do.
I feel strong about
And I'm
the
not.
Broncos.
I'm not saying that because
I
I'm
feel strong about 'em. I do.
anti-Seattle, even though I do hate them.
I like the Broncos
I don't
regardless.
hate
I love
them,
but I think they'll win though. I think you've got the experience of Peyton Manning.
Peyton
that's going to put it.
Manning.
Yeah, that's going to carry.
Peyton
He
Manning.
knows. He's still got that thought of the Saints in the back of his head. Believe me, guys.
Peyton Manning. That's a
still
huge
got that in the
gap.
back of his head.
And I like that cross. It may be
Yeah,
illegal,
are
those
we
picks
done?
and those over the middle
throw
shots.
this out there real quick.
Yeah.
You know, Peyton has won a Super Bowl, so he doesn't need that.
Right, right.
But this is his third one. He's 1
It
and
is.
1.
It is.
If he's suddenly 1 and 2 in Super Bowls, is that like? And Eli's 2 and 0.
Yeah.
Does that suddenly does that tarnish his?
No.
No.
Hang that thought for next week.
No, I don't think
Hang
it does.
that
no.
thought for next
Good-
week. We're out
good
of time.
point,
Have a
Scooter, but
great
no, I don't think
Super
it does.
Bowl week, everybody.
Yes, guys,
again,
and be safe,
with the
please.
inclement weather
You
coming
won't give
in,
Eli
drive
credit for being
safely. Be
2-0.
very careful on the roads. Broncos all the way. We'll see you
yes,
next
Broncos.
time, everybody.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort. Sound Off 60 airs on Suddenlink Cable Channel 60 Monday through Sunday nights, 9 p.m. and again Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Sound Off 60 also airs throughout the week on Communicom Cable Channel 6 at 9 p.m. across Southwest Louisiana. Check your local listings. Post your questions and comments for the boys and access our website links at soundoff60.com.